could never let somebody dim my light or myself dim my light because it's hard trying to be somebody else.
Yeah.
It's easy just being... Dimming my light was never an option for me.
Period.
I think I didn't know that I had a light.
I didn't feel like I had a light either, but for whatever reason, everybody always sees something on you that you don't see within.
I'm not going to be the same person I was a year ago.
Right.
Yeah. You go through summers, you go through seasons, you go through all different types of things, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physical changes, you know? Yeah. So those things all contribute into your growth.
So how do you stay authentically yourself?
Not for real this time though.
And we back. And we back. And we back. And we back. And we back.
Yeah.
We are back for another episode of the You're Done podcast.
It's official.
It's your girl, Big Desto, not the little one.
And be more, nevertheless.
And your boy, How.
Okay.
With that sauce and the seasoning.
Little garlic powder.
Little Tony Satchery.
Now he just came here talking about, pull my mic close because I talk low.
No.
He home now.
Yeah, the camera on.
And just in case you don't know who this is HOFF from the DipdNWhipd podcast. I know he look a little different. He left D and came back Demetrius. I'm trying to tell you.
I had to go a little
he went and switched up on us. A grown man walked through the door.
I had to, man.
I'm scared of you.
I know, right? What you was doing on the East Coast?
What wasn't I doing? I'm over there talking to the Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans and everybody working and
getting the job done.
Cousin.
No, for real.
No, for real. It was out there. You speaking Spanish?
No habla español.
Yeah, that's my fault. That ain't even on you. That's my fault. I should have learned a long time ago.
But yes, so I was gonna say it's nice to have you back, but y'all, this is our second time having him here. This is y'all first time seeing him. We had technical difficulties, but he here.
I'm here.
Yeah. He back.
I'm back.
Right, he back for real this time.
Y'all
gonna see this episode. And today, oh, and by the way, if you ain't tuned into the DipdNWhipd podcast,
yes.
What are you doing?
When is
You're
coming
done.
out? When is coming? Y'all got a date?
No, I mean season 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we ahead of the game a little bit.
Yeah. So my bad.
It's coming out this summer 2025. Okay, so yes, we are back, and we're gonna talk about authentically being yourself. Let me pull up my notes first because
go ahead.
I feel like
she been in her bag with these notes, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You got to have them.
I have it on the app. Don't play.
No,
I
y'all.
like you got to color coordinate.
Yes.
Thank you.
I need to do that.
They already know my girl stay with the notes, but she done started to color coordinate these notes for us.
I gets down and I don't play.
I need to do that.
So I had 2 that are pretty much the same. So last time, like I said, we're re-recording this. So it's about authentically being yourself. And so not allowing other people to dim your light.
Right.
Living your life according to how you want to live your life, not what nobody else has to say. Like, this is your life. Do what you do. If you want to walk around with purple hair, you do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
And you might not get the job you might want, but hey, that's you.
It depends on the job.
It does depend on the job. So like I said, don't listen to me, do you? So basically that's what we're talking about. Not losing yourself within trying to, some people are judgmental. And a lot of people have a lot to say about what you choose to do with your life, X, Y, and Z. So how do you stay authentically yourself? That's an intro. An intro. Oh my gosh, Mama did that earlier. She goes...
What's that? Clocking?
I don't know. This is what they did on TikTok.
I see a whole bunch of finger stuff. I don't know what that is. I'm old.
D, please.
He done got his hair cut.
Now you grown.
I'm 72 in the heart. You know what I mean?
No, damn. In the heart. Definitely in the heart. Not on the parents.
Yeah. So how do y'all stay authentically yourselves? Because I ain't gonna lie. I was talking to Mama about the topic, and I was like, we recorded it before. And I felt like just being transparent, I felt like we were kind of just talking in circles a little bit because I felt like,
Same.
yeah, because I feel like not that I've always been authentically myself because we grow and we evolve or whatever the case may be, but in those moments of my life, I was who I thought I was supposed to be in that moment. So I didn't feel like I was being something that I wasn't. I was, living my life. That's what I thought I was doing. But now that I'm an adult and I'm coming more into who I am and I know who I am, I feel like this is the most authentic I've ever been.
Yeah.
And I don't care what nobody thinks. I do what I do.
Come on now.
And if you like it, you do. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh.
Don't know, what?
What? Because she said what she said.
I said what I said. And I'll say it again.
She here in her camouflage pants and she don't care.
I don't. So outside of what I just said, if y'all have anything to add, I don't know. Have you always been authentically yourself?
I mean, like, I feel like I have, but then I feel like as I got older and more people was like, oh, she's the tomboy, she doesn't do this. Then I kind of, like, kept that going. So I wouldn't want to get girly even if I felt like I wanted to because then I didn't want the spotlight on me or people to be like, oh, where do you think you going? Or, oh, you walk for, I was pin and toe back then, too. There was a whole situation.
Oh, okay. So like I said with the dim your light, I think I've done that.
Yeah.
I don't like being the center of attention. Like everybody looking at me, this is weird. I get all sweaty and stuff.
Which is always interesting because I always felt like she was the girlier version out of. Well, I don't even want to say version. She was just way more girlier than I ever was, and I don't even know how I took on this tomboy persona. I think it just was like I like being comfortable, so I don't really care. But then I think once I got into sports, then it became like. Bigger than life, it became way eaten. So I was like, "What I'm gonna dress?" Like guys were still talking. I was like, "Listen, they don't care. I don't care. We good. We good." And then I think once I got older, it wasn't even guys that would say something about me dressing up. It was the girls, and I don't know if then by that time when you get older, you're kind of looking for like. Your little sisterhood of friends.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you're not really fitting in your group, then you tend to be who they assume that you are. Because why would I want to be anything other than what you already think that I am?
Yeah.
Because I may be doing too much now. And now I just
be be letting people dim your ID?
Not so for me is
Demetrius.
Yeah, they, or HOFF, Now, for me, since I was young, me not realizing it, I was always myself in the sense because, like, even with me and Corey growing up together, we didn't hang around the same crowds per se, if that makes sense. Yeah. So we got to a certain point where we got to middle school and we went to our, separate ways or whatever. And I'm hanging with the nerds and the weird kids and people
quote unquote weird,
right? And people who watch animes, the quote unquote back then the lames or whatever.
But and popping now.
Yeah.
But at the time, I didn't feel lame. I didn't feel weird. I didn't feel like there was something wrong with me or anything like that.
You're just being yourself.
I was just being myself, but I was always goofy. I was always funny. I was always doing stuff.
Yeah.
Where it didn't matter who I was around. So even me being in that crowd, people who are considered quote unquote the cool kids or whatever, people who has like cachet or whatever, they'll come over and like we'll all mingle because of who I was, and I was always myself. Dimming my light was never an option for me.
Period.
I don't feel for myself. I don't feel like me dimming my light is something that is beneficial to me, which makes sense. But in a sense, as a kid, you're thinking like, okay, I need to be this certain way, or I need to kind of not be as much of who I am for other people to feel good about themselves. But I've never felt that because I always felt like,
I have.
I always felt like motherfuckers was already talking about me, so why should I dim my light to make you feel better?
Make them feel comfortable, and you're feeling the opposite.
I think I didn't know that I had a light. I think that was most of it because like even when she got into maybe it was middle school because in high school you wasn't even at Lamarck. But I remember her coming home and she was just like, I'm way more popular than you were. And the crazy thing is I was like, oh, but I'm popular. Like, I had really no clue that I was popular. I just
and I don't
like,
even remember saying I was just yapping. Just yapping.
You see how she used to treat me?
I think it also stemmed from because being from Lamarck, bro, it's so small.
Yeah.
I was never like Destiny. I was always Brittany little sister. So that was annoying. Like
okay.
I was trying to be my own person and they wouldn't let me.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah. So yeah. So things like that, it was like, I didn't experience that because it was just, I mean, I was Darce and Daryl's child. And then, of course, it was just like Brittany and this. Like, who's just, and then it was like, oh, but we're 6 years apart. Right. So we never really were in the same.
But you would think being 6 years apart, they wouldn't.
It did.
Yeah. So there was no comparing me to her as I got older, right? Because she's coming up after me. But I never thought that they would anyways. I'm like,
we're not the same.
Yeah, I'm like, we don't even dress alike. We don't like the same things. I was just like, we're different, which is great. I'm not saying it in a bad way, but I don't even think that I knew that I had a light at that age. And then once I got older, I want to say it probably took me until after I got out of college to just be like, I'll just do what I want to do as I feel fit. So don't get me wrong. You may or may not see your girl in some basketball shorts, okay, and some Nike slippers. That's my business. But when I decided to step out, like I did on my anniversary,
all right, now I talk to him.
Body was bodying, okay.
But I feel like even with that, like you're saying, like we come from the same people and we are opposites in the way that we dress and stuff like that. But I feel like even with us being opposites, we still have a lot of similarities in the way that we act, the way that we carry ourselves, X, Y, and Z. So even outside, like you said, I didn't feel like I had a light either. But for whatever reason, everybody always sees something on you that you don't see within yourself.
Absolutely.
And so whatever they was, and I'm just like, y'all really just be chilling. I don't know what y'all talk about. I don't want your man. So I'm
like
just saying.
No effort.
Yeah,
I think that's the deal.
That's what it is, though.
It's
the lack
I think that's what
effort or how easy you make it seem.
Exactly.
Because you're just being
yourself.
And people,
sorry,
like growing up, me not realizing like there were a lot of people who were playing roles, like they was playing characters because they're trying to keep up with everybody. They're trying to keep up with friend groups. They're trying to keep up with the Joneses, and they're out here living and trying to be somebody else. Or they're watching you just chill and be yourself. And so for them, that's hard to watch and hard to see.
Especially if you're content with it.
Exactly.
I don't have to do X, Y, and Z to fit in. I'm not trying to fit in. That's the point.
But that's exactly what it is.
But I have found myself in spaces where people were, well, let me say, I felt as though people were trying to get me to be something they wanted me to be. And so, but then so at one point I used to act a certain way and people used to say, oh, you don't care about anything. And then I used to, so then I was like, okay, so now it's, oh, you care too much. So at some point, like, I couldn't please everybody. No matter what I did, it was always something. So I got to a point where I was like I said, if you with it, then cool. But if not, then hey, that's cool too. But I'm done trying to make everybody else feel comfortable. Especially as a female, I had a lot like every time I would have a friend, it wouldn't just be me and her. It'll be a group of us, right? And I feel like a lot of the times with female friend groups, sometimes it's the other, I don't know if y'all saw that little TikTok going around, but the girl was like, how dare you come to my birthdays dressed better than me, and da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, yeah.
And there's people out there wanting you, like she's so mad that her friend put that shit on. Basically, literally like real life. Damn. She was like, you should have wore some tights or something. You know you got more body than me. You knew my nigga was going to be there. And it's like, girl.
Oh, that shit
no.
So, but it's women, yes, women out there are very strange, right? And like I said, it wasn't me even going out purposely doing anything to try to make myself be like, I was never a pick me. It was really, please don't pick me. Like I really,
stay away.
Exactly. But for whatever reason, I guess that is what drew people to me. Because I wasn't trying to.
So I feel like some people have this thing where it's like, you being you bothers them, but then some people just automatically stunt your growth. So for me, like I said, I was already, at least I felt like I was anyways, in the shadows. I just felt like I was the girl that is just like, oh, you're friends with such and such. Oh, you play the sports. You know, it's like, yeah, you cute, but it's probably like, you're going to go for the other friend. You just talking to me because I came with her kind of thing. It's kind of how I felt. But I think as I got older, And because I already felt like I was in the shadows, that no one was really paying attention to me. That once I kind of was like, okay, well, we can wear a regular bra versus a sports bra, which is crazy because my mama still be like, put on a.
I know she got a sports bra.
I know she got a sports bra, but I live in workout clothes. But I think once I started to grow personally, just on my own, it was people stunting my growth because you're still thinking of Brittany from back then.
Yes.
And I think that was hard because I was just like, how do I be myself in the same group, although I'm evolving? And then y'all, like, I didn't take it as they were feeling uncomfortable. I took it almost like, maybe I am doing too much. So then I slowed myself down. But now I just be like, well,
but you sit here and say the stuff like, oh, growing up in Lamar, Brittany, she used to dress like a dyke. She literally would wear that Lamar hoodie, basketball shorts, them Nike socks, and them slides every day. And I'm like, Mama got all the clothes
Air
for
Max
us.
were just comfortable.
She would just dress like that all the time, and nothing is wrong with it. But you're saying like that's just who you was just being yourself, right?
Yeah.
And you feel like you were in the shadows, right? But a few years ago, I remember somebody coming up to me and being like, people still, I went to go get my car, that my headlight went out on my car. The man at the dealership was like, your sister Brittany McCoy. Like, people know, I'm not saying that they don't know you, but my thing is somebody even made a point of like, yeah, your sister she used to wear them basketball shorts. You would think she had on a G-string. But I'm saying, so you felt like that. Yeah. But you just being yourself, you really don't know what you're like, how you're portraying yourself to other people. Yeah. So it's best to fully just be who you are, because people see you for who you are rather than going out doing something that you're not even comfortable doing. Like,
and then even with that, with those friends that you felt like were telling you you're doing too much, at the same time,
weirdos.
At the same time as you say you were growing and you felt like, oh, they was telling you, oh, you're doing too much. Sometimes, especially for, us, we don't really understand or necessarily see it at an early age, but you outgrow people, and that's the part of life. Yeah. Now, as we're older, we understand that now. Yeah. You just outgrow people, because I'm not going to be the same person I was.
But yeah.
Okay.
Bro.
Okay, you don't even remember what you were saying, do you?
Nah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you grow, you outgrow people. Yeah. And those people see you outgrowing them. Yeah. And so with you outgrowing them, they don't want to lose that attachment of what they had to you. And so, like, I'm not going to be the same person I was a year ago. Right. Yeah. You go through summers, you go through seasons, you go through all different types of things, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physical changes, you know? Yeah. So those things all contribute into your growth, whether you know it or not. Those friends are clinging on to an image or a personality that you once were that now does not exist, or exists less than what it used to.
You've evolved to something new.
Exactly. And so they want to keep that, and now they're saying, well, you're doing too much because I'm not familiar with this. Yeah. I don't want this to change because I met you like this. And if you continue to grow, you'll outgrow me, and your light will become bigger where mine will become dim. Right. When that's not the case, because if everybody let their light shine, the room will be lit up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Instead of having one corner lit up, if everybody knew how to do that, then everybody would, evolve at the same rate, or not the same rate, but just in a friend group.
Yeah, at your own rate of how you're supposed to evolve.
Well, switching up just real quick, because I feel like, well, not elementary, because I was just Brittany from West Lawn. Yeah. All right.
West. Yay.
I am crying.
Yeah.
But I feel like middle school, high school, I kind of felt like I was in the shadows. College, I went to a college by myself. I did not want to go where everyone else went, because I felt like Lamarck I had never really left Lamarck. I think we went to San Antonio when you was like a baby. But other than that, Houston. That's about as far as I had ever gone. So my mom was like, you go to school in Dallas. I was like, bro, that's pretty far. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was far for me. So I went to school up there, and then now I'm in college with a whole new group of people. Don't know nothing. I ain't got a car. I don't know none of these folks. Meeting new people. And so I felt like in that moment too, then I was losing myself, because not only based on like outer appearance of how you dress, right? But then it was like, I got the brown skin, but I got good hair. So I can't be black. I gotta be something else. You know, and then one lady took it as far as she literally was staring me down and was like, you need to talk to your parents. Like, do you know who you are? And I was like,
if you don't get out of my face.
Right? I was like, no, I'm black. And she's like, are you sure? And then she was like, you know what? You kind of look like Kamora Simmons kids. And I was like,
girl,
that's crazy.
like, right? So I
That's
felt
wild.
like at some point in my life, then I was just like, I'm not good enough to be here. I'm not good enough to be this. You can't be too girly because then that's the problem. You dress like a dude. Now they think I'm gay. So
They think you're gay.
Right? Well, no, she didn't think I was gay. But, you know, and it was just like, well, like, God damn. Like, that became very annoying to me. And so at a certain point, I won't say I was so lost that I felt like I couldn't come outside and hang out. But I did feel like I was trying to figure out like what was it that I wanted to do other than just work and then find myself a career so I didn't have to go back home to my mom.
Right.
I just really didn't know how to dress. I didn't know what to do. So I was literally going back to what I knew, which was in college. Then I'm walking around in sweatpants and t-shirts and my friends are like, girl, you don't wear nothing but sweaters. Baby, I love this sweater. And it's comfortable.
Come on now.
You know, but even if I saw the cute outfit, rainbow was popping then. Okay, don't stop it. And so I just felt like I didn't even know where I was going or what I was doing because it kind of just felt like regardless of what you did, you got questioned. And I was like, I just don't, when you don't already want to be in the middle or in the spotlight, you really don't want to be questioned just based on things I cannot change.
Right.
Yeah.
Like ladies stopping me literally in the mall. She was like, can I touch your hair?
No,
That's
you can back
crazy.
up.
Crazy. And she was like, well, how'd you get it curly? And I told her the products and she was like, so that's gonna work. And I was like, well, I don't, eventually I just said, it grows out of my head like this. There's nothing a product will do. Either make it dry or just make it look more curly.
Right.
Like, you know? And so I just kind of felt like everywhere I went, somebody was nitpicking or questioning me. And I'm just like, these are things I cannot change.
Like, just let me be, bro.
Right? So then I was like, I'm putting it in a bun. Like, cause I don't want you talking to me. Like, just like, let me be me. Let me do me. And you just go over there.
Yeah.
And so for a moment, I just feel like I didn't really do a lot of things just because I was avoiding someone having to ask me or say anything and then me having to explain myself. Right. Why can't I just walk into a space and just say, like, hi, nice to meet you. You look nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Same to you. You look good.
I feel like I've been in spaces where people will say to me, like, especially like in like a relationship, somebody will say like, oh, you should do X, Y, and Z. I have the personality. You tell me to go right, I'm gonna go left just because you told me to do that.
Yeah.
Because how dare you go look at another girl and then come tell me to do what she did? I'm not doing that.
Right.
She did it. Right. I don't want to be like her. So I feel like having a personality that I have helped me a lot because, and I didn't want to bring up the color situation because I don't know, and maybe I have to edit this part out. Y'all let me know. But I feel like as a light-skinned black woman, it is such a touchy topic.
Yeah.
Because my friends will make jokes. I don't like chocolate, y'all. I don't like nothing. I don't want no chocolate-covered strawberries. I don't want no chocolate
she's
bar.
not an what's the word? Anomaly. Because I don't like chocolate.
But I will get my friends, and we're still friends, love my friends, but they will make jokes like, Destiny, she don't like nothing dark. And it's just like, but God forbid I do that to them. So you don't know how that made me feel as one of the only light-skinned girls in the friend group. It's just like, it's always something. I can't just be, it ain't my fault.
Being light-skinned.
Yeah.
I hated when that term came up.
Oh my God, the light-skin thing was a trend. Oh, the light-skin face, the light-skin this. It's just like, God, it ain't my fault.
Yeah.
It's my mama's fault.
She way light-skinned.
Exactly. But my thing is, like, you had those same issues and we're not the same color. But my thing is, it's just like, why can't I just be who I am? Like, it is not my fault that I'm light-skinned. It ain't my fault that I don't like chocolate. It tastes weird. Like, God forbid a girl don't like chocolate. It's just strange, the things that people will put onto you based on how they feel. And I used to just be like, you know what? I'm going to just shut up because one thing about me, if you want to go low, I used to
doing better though.
But back then, you want a joke? I got a joke for you. So, but
you want to talk about
right, but you're not gonna like my joke. I'm letting you know now. So before you make your little joke, ask yourself, are you ready for mine? And so I had to just learn to not allow other people's, I don't even want to call it, I'm not saying they were insecure, but however they portrayed me or whatever the case may be, I didn't take it personally.
Right.
But I will say, when people were to say I should do X, Y, and Z based on how I looked, or, this is just what's in, it's I don't want to be like none of y'all.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
and I'm not doing it. You tell me to go blonde, I'm going to go black. like I just don't understand why that's a thing. Some people will try to put you, like you said, if you're evolving and you're getting, not even being better than them, but you're letting your light shine for who exactly you are. Sometimes they would do certain things to keep you in this box. And it's just like, I don't. Why would I want to go do something she just did? Yeah. And I'm not to say, like, I've never seen a trend and be like, oh, yeah, that's cute, I like it. But at the same time, I'm not doing it because somebody else did it. Right. And I feel like a lot of people, especially growing up, nobody, like, we're young, we don't really know who we are. We're all just doing stuff. But I've never been the one to be like, I want to do that because she's doing it. I did not like, okay, she say I'm girly, but I did not like wearing skirts growing up. Michaela, we was best friends. She had a quinceañera. I was like, dang, we gotta wear the dress. Like, I did not want to wear that dress. Like, girl, I gotta worry about sitting with my, girl, look, I'm just trying to be comfortable.
Spalding.
When Nike start making dresses. But just learning to really be who I am. That is, especially growing up in a small little town, so many people have tried to like keep me in this little, and it was so annoying. Like, and then I moved away, and all these, it was all kind of people at that school. It was foreign exchange students. It was black, white, Mexican, Indian. Everybody was at that school, so nobody was like, you know, like but then at the same time, they were over there, they, you know, the blacks with the blacks, whatever the case may be, but everybody was all different in my eyes, coming from Lamarck. Yeah.
You know what I think, of course, what I think that is for people that you have around you and stuff, and they want to put you in this box, is because they've only seen certain things. Yeah. As a kid, my parents took me places. They took me outside of Texas, outside of Lamarck, outside of these things. They let me see how my family lived in Louisiana, which was less fortunate than what I had, and then how, you know, the rest of the world is living, how the rest of the country is living. Like, go and see there's more than Lamarck. Right. A lot of these niggas who still in Lamarck still have that high school mindset because they can't get that. Those were their heydays. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And so when they see you and they see how much you evolve, they're like, the expression and look on their face is like, you couldn't have been nothing other than what I thought you were. And so now that I see that you're completely different, and something that I couldn't even imagine, now what am I doing with my life? You see what I'm saying? And so that's why, for me, I could never let somebody dim my light or myself dim my light, because it's hard trying to be somebody else. Yeah. It's easy just being, you know what I mean? Like, and I watch people, I had prime examples of what it is and what it looks like for other people trying to be something that they're not, and for things to go the way that they didn't want them to, because they're trying to play a role, they're trying to be a character. And once that character fades away, who are you? You don't know
you're left with yourself at the end of the day.
A lot of you're people, changing. The next time they change their mind about you, now you're
changing.
Up.
And once that starts rolling, it's a snowball effect. And it's hard to keep up with a persona that's not really you. Right. Because then, whether it be your morals or your mindset or anything, whether you try to grow or anything, all of that is going to clash. Yeah. And so with that clashing, you're going to end up seeing certain things in that group that you're trying to keep up with. Those things are going to start clashing. And now they're going to turn on you, but you played a character that played to them. Right. Rather than being yourself and letting people gravitate to you. I was always told, like, you be who you are 100% of the time. And those who gravitate to you are the people who see you for who you are. Yeah, exactly. Rather than you trying to gravitate and fit
and in. Attracting the wrong people.
Exactly, because it'll always be the wrong people.
Exactly.
So, I don't know.
Be yourself, y'all.
Yeah, I think Doris helped a lot with that.
Who?
Doris.
Oh, I'm
I heard it.
I heard it.
because I do feel like even when I would do certain things, she would be like, "No, Wedge, you look good," or you know. So I feel like because of her, she was probably the only person I felt like at times when I didn't know what I wanted to do, like she made me feel like I was okay making the decision I was making. Now don't get me wrong, she loved that I was dressed like a tomboy. She was like, I'd rather you dress like a dude be dressed like a hoe. So you know, and my dad of course loved it because you know, who wants their daughter walking around with like a little mini skirt? But I mean, I think she felt like, okay, well you getting older, you know, so it's okay to dress older. It's okay to, you know, find your femininity and then like live in it. And so it did help me a lot because I don't feel like I had anybody else telling me like, it's okay to do this, but it's also okay to do that. Because especially back then, it wasn't, you can wear the J's and the heels too. You know, you either did one or the other. But now you can see a girl like that. You can wear the skirt and the J's.
No, for real.
And so it's just totally different. And so I'm like, if I would have grew up in that era, I would have been, boy, what? Haters.
Talking.
Right, I thought I had haters back then. I definitely would have had some now because I was living in the 90s. Aaliyah, what? Give me the swoop. But
I wanted to go back to a comment you made earlier about being a part of the weird or lame crew that watched anime and stuff like that. My thing is, back then it was considered lame. Doing like, why are you doing that? But now it's cool. So that my thing is I feel like the more you just be who you are, like you didn't know 20 some years later this would be a thing, but you were just being yourself. Sure. And now it's like, oh, now everybody on the bandwagon and they want to go to these conventions and X, Y, Z. It's like, but I've been watching this.
Was talking shit the whole time.
Exactly.
You watching everything that I watched back then.
Exactly. They ready to trade a Pokemon.
Exactly.
Nigga, you was just talking shit about me.
Right. You know and even with fashion, like wear what you want to wear, bro. Because I promise you, at some point, even if it doesn't come back around to be quote unquote cool, do what makes you happy. People be out here wearing the weirdest stuff. Like Gunna be dressing strange.
You gotta dress strange for some change. No,
no, Gunna, no.
They do have some people in Hollywood be dressing.
Yes, like
they're a little out there.
Like sometimes it's just like if you put something on and it's not the norm, like, okay, a regular outfit, pants, shirt, boom, hat, whatever. Yeah. Some people would do the pants with the skirt on top, X, Y, Z, but my thing is if you do it a certain way, it's a thin line between it looking tacky and looking fashionable. And sometimes they be on the tacky side.
Yeah. You know what that is, though?
What?
100%, and I tell people this, 100% has to do with confidence.
There you go.
Because you can throw anything on. As long as you walk a certain way and you feel like you are who you are in whatever you put on, the confidence is going to emit from you. And people are going to look at that and be like, that shit weird. But he wearing that shit. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, for you to like raise your hand and be like, I'll wear the weird stuff. Okay, yeah, maybe you wear the weird stuff, but like you say, I'm saying, it's a thin line between you just did some stuff to try to force yourself to be different.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that ain't even you for real. Like you just look uncomfortable. Like you're hot. You have a skirt and jeans on. Like take one of them off. But like if you're not, you can just tell when somebody looks uncomfortable in what they chose for themselves. And I'm not saying if you want to wear what you want to wear, but my thing is make sure it is who you are. Right. And don't just be doing it because you're trying to. A lot of people these days, being different is cool. So some people are out here forcing themselves to not want to be like everybody else, that it comes off like, but that's not even really who you are. You want to be different a little too bad. Yeah. You know, so
you got one eyebrow now.
Right. Exactly. Or none. I don't know.
Right.
It's the chase. So they're chasing that being separate or being unique instead of just being themselves. They will already be unique.
Exactly.
But because no one can be you. No one can be Destiny. No one can be Brittany. No one can be me. Which is why you have people gravitate to you, because you have something that they're seeing in you that they don't have. You know what I'm saying? So that brings people. But with the people who force that, they're trying to force a uniqueness that's not unique because it's not unique to themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you're forcing something that doesn't exist and that's not real, people are always going to tell that it's fake. Which is why, like, when I became who I became, as far as whether the way I dress, how I talk, and the way I walk into the world, I had people talk about me. I had people be like, and then that conversation start to shift from, oh, that nigga dress weird, or he's gay, or he's this and that, to D is the only one who can put that shit on.
Right.
Like, oh, I see something and be like, oh, D will rock that shit. And then that conversation always shifts to where people are looking like, oh, that's D right there. You see what I'm saying? And now it forces people to accept you for who you are, rather than you trying to be accepted for something that you are not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but even when you're doing it, you're not doing it for the validation of nobody else. But this is what I want to do.
Right.
You feel comfortable when you walk outside.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure.
And that's all that matters. So be authentically yourself.
Amen.
Because it just,
Man, no.
it is what it is. Like he said, it's only one you. If you out here if I'm trying to be you, who being me?
Come on. Because it's only one.
It's only
crazy.
one.
And if I'm not being it,
Right.
can't nobody else do it.
Exactly.
They doing it wrong anyways.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go.
Y'all out here trying to be something you're not, and you ain't even doing it right.
Look, like as I always say, it ain't on you.
It's in you.
And that goes for everything. It doesn't matter what it is in life. It ain't on you. It's in you. So whatever is in you, you have to bring that out. People will gravitate to whatever is in you because they'll see that. Now, the people who don't are the ones who aren't for you. Those are the ones who play those games and play roles and become characters.
They haven't found their happiness.
Exactly.
And I feel like when people see that you have, and we kind of talked about this on another episode, but I do feel like when people feel like you're being yourself and you're just pure happiness, and maybe they're going through something, they looking at you like, what you so damn happy about?
Yep.
And lo and behold, don't let me find a cute outfit at Walmart, because Walmart been doing their thing. But you be out here hating
And
on
Ross,
something that I
Marshalls, TJ Maxx.
I done spent $12 and you mad because you out here with a Gucci bag.
Right.
Can't afford your rent.
Looking like throw up.
Exactly.
Looking like somebody vomited.
And so, right? And so I just am to the point too with everything, the way I dress, the way I look, things I can't change, things I can change. Whether I'm one way today and then another way tomorrow, or being happy. Because another thing was like when that black girl joy, black boy joy, all that came out. It was very interesting to me because I feel like my color played a lot into my identity for other people.
Yeah.
And so I almost felt like I didn't know how to be happy to be a black girl. And then if I did, then I felt like I was making someone else dim their light for me to be happy. But I realized that I felt like that because that's what you've been doing for me, just coming out being a black girl.
Right.
So now with my kids, I don't like when people are like, oh, you know, and I always tell my oldest one, you know, like, little skinny mini, you know, but I'm always like, but this is your body and you feel good in it. This is what you like to wear. Like, you look pretty in it. And I'm always telling my little one, you don't have to wear what your sister wears if that's not what you want to do. So I allow them, even at 8 and 4, to like figure out what it is. Now, Breland, maybe not.
She'll have on a rainbow boot and a cowboy.
My girl
in a sandal.
Experiment.
She is experimenting. Big time. Because, baby, where's you going with this?
No, you
purple
can't
shirt?
wear the tutu in the girl.
And it's too hot for that.
Right.
Bria will put on a hoodie though, and I'd be like, baby, is it an AC inside this hoodie? Because it's hot outside.
That's
but
kids though.
yeah. So I just feel like it's an interesting time to be in where, like you say, you can be quote unquote different, weird, and then people accept you, but then you also can just be out here like in your Levi jeans and a white t-shirt and like, dang, you put that together really nice.
Because like you said, it's all about how you carry yourself.
Yeah, I think as long as you're happy in what it is that you are doing or wearing and how you carry yourself, like that's literally the best part. Right. So anytime that I get myself ready, if I look in the mirror and I'm like, I feel good, and same thing with my husband, he'll be like, this look good, and I'll be like, I don't really like this and that. I'll be like, but if you like it, right, then I think it's fine. Now, don't get me wrong, he may have a brown belt on with black shoes, and I'll be like, well, let's make the belt match the shoes. Because that's just bothering me. But I'm always like, you know, if you feel good in it, you know, don't change it because I see something that I wouldn't have done. If you feel good, like, leave it as is. And he like, for real? And I'm like, no, for real, leave it. Just leave it as it is. And so I try to do that with anybody. I don't try to make them feel like they have to change something just because I don't see the vision.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Because not everyone, like, even with the way I dress, sometimes Crystal will see something and she'll be like, I don't really like that. You know? But sometimes you got to go against the grain because it's like, you respect you respect the people that you love's opinion, but there's a vision that they cannot see.
Right.
Just like when you're doing something or you're chasing something for yourself, a career, whether it's something in life that you're chasing, everybody is not going to see that vision.
Right.
You see it for yourself, so that's why you're pursuing certain things. That's why you're putting on certain clothes or certain pieces and articles of clothing, because everyone is not going to see what you see, because everyone don't think the way you do.
Yeah.
Everyone is not going to be 100% themselves or going to understand you being 100% yourself, even if they love you for being 100% yourself.
Right.
So sometimes it's okay to just say, I appreciate, your feedback because I asked for it.
Yeah.
But at the same
time, I'm gonna wear it anyway.
I think I'm gonna still wear this. You know?
Yeah.
Be ready.
Just to be, and if I was wrong, then cool, you was right about this. You know what I mean? And that's fine. But if I'm right, then you will see like, oh, okay, I see exactly what you were saying.
Exactly. Because I remember it was a time it's like I'm screenshotting the cart to make sure this cute, y'all. I'm sending it to the group chat. This cute. Now and then also I'm an adult. I don't need nobody else's opinion. And I'm not saying all adults operate like that, but I'm in a space in my life where I'm going to buy it, especially if it's on sale. I'm buying it. I don't care if the next person likes it or the next person don't. These are my clothes. I'm the one that got to put it on my body. So it is what it is. So just even outside of the way that I dress, just being who I am. Like I don't have to especially because I'm a person I feel like can operate in any type of like setting. I could be with the quiet people. I could be around the loud people. I could be in any setting and still be myself. So I I got my Lamarck friends. I got my friends from out of state. I got my friend, nobody acts the same, but everywhere I go, I am me. And I think we had a conversation of like bringing my friends together, because no matter what friend it is, I'm me at the end of the day, and whatever it is that I have within myself, that's what I attracted within that person. So I'm able to bring all these people together because at the end of the day, my friends not reflect me in a sense, but I mean...
They do.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. And I'm able to bring them together and not be like...
Right.
Yeah, feeling like
weird.
You have to be one way.
Yeah, because I'm authentically myself with that person, and they may be complete opposites, but we all work some kind of way.
Yeah, and that's good. And I think that was an important part. Well, I think it was good that you were able to do it as a kid to get out, but I didn't. But I think it was great that I did move away, because when I do come back and then I even sometimes have to slow myself down, because I do be quick to be like, if you ain't never left, just say that. If you ain't never, if Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America, whatever the body of water is called now.
Right.
If that's the only beach you've been to, baby, that's cool, And I had to learn to not be judgmental, because I used to be that person. I used to be the person that only knew Galveston Beach. Like if we were going to the beach, that's where we were going. If we were going into the city, we were going to Houston. And so, but then when I left and then people were doing it back to me, it was like, oh, everything bigger in Texas. And I'd be like, exactly. And you ain't got it.
You only been in that one part of Texas.
Right? Don't know. Ain't even been to the state. Okay?
It's always fun to be somewhere else and be able to brag about where you're from. Because it's like, y'all see who I am. Yeah. But this is where I come from. This is why y'all don't have what I have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
and it's fun.
Shout out to Texas.
Nah, for real. But I like what you were saying when you was like, everybody can shine their light, because it's like, regardless of what state I was in, even if they had the stereotype of like what a girl from Texas was like, and then they get a different perspective, because it's like, dang, like you real sweet, and you got a personality. And I was like, well, who you done met who don't have one, but people meet people from different areas at
everybody
different stages
different.
of their life, and then, especially when you talk about a Houston and a Dallas girl, oh my, that was
completely different.
Right? It was like, that was a crazy situation, but I do think that people...
Literal beef. for no reason.
But I do feel like you need to get out. I do feel like you shouldn't be shy to try new things. And that is, even if you can't afford to, leave, like, don't be afraid to do something new or go somewhere by yourself sometimes, because it'll open you up to realizing like things about your own self that you didn't know. And then you get it's like you almost like falling in love with your own self. And I think that was like a great thing for me, and without me even knowing I was doing it when I went to school by myself, it was like the best thing I probably could have done, because I feel like if I would have went to school with everyone I knew, I kind of would have stayed in this bubble of like this Lamar mentality, but I didn't do that. So I got to explore more. I got to meet a lot of different people, and so I think it has helped shape me into the woman that I am today, just because I've gotten to meet so many different people.
I got a confession. My bad.
No, go on, confession.
No, it's not bad.
It's your confession.
Go ahead.
Okay, before we get into the end, I wanted to say, I know I've been sitting here pouring out the whole, always been authentically myself, and that is true. I'm not lying. But I will say, I don't feel like I've always been the most like confident within myself. I am who I am, but I haven't always been the most confident. And I used to like, I still do it to this day, but I have to catch myself. I would like, I do this a lot. People always, you call, I don't know why I do it though, but my mama made a comment once, I think, and she was like, that makes you look closed off. Like people have said I got the RBF. So I don't feel like, and it's not like on purpose, but I feel like I was doing it in a way to protect myself. So I'm, this is just what I do. I don't want to look too friendly because then people try to play with you. Then and so I didn't know how to fully just be who I am, and I don't know, just confident within it no matter where I was. But now that I'm able to let myself be who I am in any kind of space, I think I'm a little bit more approachable. Like people come up to me and they say things, they compliment me. We have small little conversations. And I used to also be one to shy away from small talk. I still don't really like it that much, but I'm able to engage in a conversation with somebody who may be completely different than me. But I also used to close myself off from experiences like that. I will say that. And it's not that I wasn't being myself. I don't think that I was allowing myself to be myself fully.
Yeah. I think you end up realizing that dang if you do, dang if you don't, somebody gonna form an opinion.
Exactly.
And once you feel like,
it's like fuck everybody.
Exactly. Because I ain't got time to worry about what's in your brain.
If you don't like it, then you don't like it.
I feel like that's not an uncommon thing because, like, even with me being who I am, I wasn't always confident in who I was. I just knew that was the easiest thing for me to do, was be who I was. That don't mean I didn't have insecurities of like, am I really, being true to who I am? Or like, are people going to accept me? Back then, yes, but in my heart of hearts, I couldn't change who I was because I wouldn't have felt right.
Yeah.
So,
all right, we don't know what D was saying.
I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm saying something that I've been saying. So, what I was saying was whatever I was saying. I don't remember what I was saying.
Be yourself.
Be true to yourself,
You pulling at this though.
Just be true to yourself, man. When in doubt, true to yourself it out.
I'm crying. Look, we're done. Camera died, y'all. We don't know. But the moral of the story is be who you are despite whatever may be going on around you. Always be authentically yourself because you are left with yourself at the end of the day. Don't go out here
That's
trying
what I was saying.
I knew it.
The love.
Oh.
The love. So what you were saying was like you start to realize and start pouring more love into yourself and who you really are. And it attracts people because they see that love and how much you love yourself. Yeah. A lot of people in this world don't love themselves like that. So it's hard for them to be alone. And for us, like, for me, I can go out of town and work and be by myself in a hotel room and just be chilling and not have to worry about, having anxiety or being, what is called separation anxiety or anything like that. Because I love myself and I love my time with myself. Yeah. So taking myself out on like dates and stuff like that, which for a man sounds a little bit, but at the same time, like
you need to do that.
You need to do that because you need to figure out who you are.
Yeah.
Like I didn't figure out who I was and what I wanted to do by being around a whole bunch of trying to brainstorm that. That shit is chaotic. So falling in love with yourself is the main thing of how to truly become 100% authentic to who you are. Because if you're not in love with yourself, you can't truly be 100% authentic until you do that. So
that is true. Because I love being by myself.
Come on now.
So we pretty much done with not being ourselves.
Yeah.
No, for real. Or trying to dim your own light to make other people happy or more comfortable. Be who you are despite Look, that's they light. They need to pay their light bill. I don't know what to tell
Right?
them.
It's too much sun out there to be mad at.
Exactly.
You. For shining.
So I would say F it,
Keep
but I'm working on my
shining.
cuss words.
Huh?
I said I would just say so F it, but I'm working on my cuss words. So forget anybody who don't like it.
Mm-hmm. They can kick rocks.
We working up to or we working backwards from?
She's trying to not cuss.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
think
so
I would
working
ever
backwards.
stop. To be honest. Because I be feeling like sometimes that word gets my point across depending on who I'm talking to.
Come on now. You need it sometimes. You just gotta.
But sometimes I feel like I'm just using it regular. It's like, it was no need for me to say
Right, you
shit.
just want to cuss.
Right?
Like a kid that just want to cuss.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we done with not being ourselves and being content with being happy and loving on our own.
And understand that with being yourself, you bring something to the world that nobody else can.
Yeah.
So while you out here trying to be something that you're not, you are missing the mark of the person that you were supposed to be, the person you were created to be.
Come on now.
So be yourself.
God ain't create you to be somebody else.
Exactly. That's why he created you.
Not him in here
now.
preaching. Amen.
But yes, y'all.
Coming back, D.
Always, man.
Yes.
Yes.
I had to
y'all.
catch you because I know you about to, you know what I
About
mean?
to get on that
You know what
road.
I mean?
But yes, y'all, we had Demetrius back on the episode.
Yeah, make sure y'all check out the Dip and Whip podcast.
Yes, we will be being more consistent. I've just been working a lot, so that's the only reason why I had to push the next episode back a ways. So,
No, because I've been looking at it say premiere for
look, I already
I've been
I
seeing
had to change it a couple times now. For those who saw it drop on accident, I had to change it.
You ain't see that.
You ain't see it, so I had to change it. But yeah, I'm gonna be more consistent with that, and then I'm gonna start getting my business cards for styling people and stuff like that.
Period.
I'm gonna actually start. You know, the podcast is one thing. I've been vlogging too while I've been gone. But I really want to actually start and get into my business of like styling people.
Well, make sure you
Love
share
that.
so we can share it on the platform.
Oh, of course. Always.
Period.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
you know, dipped and whipped and you're done is like this.
Yeah.
But thank y'all for tuning in to the You're Done podcast. We're going to see y'all at the same time next week.
Come on now.
This nigga. All right, we got to take a picture. Move the mic out your face, D. I'm crying. Yo, happy ass. That was good. That was better than the first time.
Yeah.
I say
Even though
so.
we